Here's a Monday sales tip for everybody here following on Instagram. The one question I get asked often, and it's why I lead with this in my sales training programs for organizations and individuals, is, how do you stand out today in a world of people, and this is fully to Ron Tight, that are getting pitch slapped. And the thing I always say is sell the way you'd want to be sold. And we've lost track of that. What we do is, we build lead generation systems, and I'm not suggesting they're not important, right? You need volume. But then we have an automated process to reach out to people. And when we pick up the phone, we read from a script. And we wonder why people shut us down and they're not even giving us the opportunity. When 95% of the market's behaving that way in sales, 95% of the customers are going to become skeptical and they're not going to want to hear it. So the number one piece that I train, and there's 5 steps in my training, but the one that I find really adds value is teaching people how to research a prospect before you pick up the phone or send an email. And then crafting that reach out according to what's valuable to them. So what does that mean? Well, before you pick up a phone, do you know that the company even has any hope to get any value of the service you're going to provide? And if you research them a little bit, you can quickly eliminate the people that you're not going to invest that in effort in, because what you learn quickly in 2 to 5 minutes on their website. But if you do say, hey, wait, they're a fit for us, then do you quickly map out what they value? Is there something on their website that talks to their position on quality or service, or what they're offering in the marketplace geographically, or from a specific product, that what you do matches that better than anyone else? So when you reach out, your questions are, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? Your questions are, hey, I was researching you transparently because I'm in business development for organizations, and I don't reach out to customers unless I think they're a fit. And here's a little something I discovered that I want to ask you a couple more questions on. You seem to be extremely green focused and environmentally focused, and yet you ship product all over North America. That must be difficult. How do you manage your logistics services with your provider to be green friendly? Wow. All of a sudden now you've done a little research, that call looks a little different, and you're steering towards something that you provide value in. And let me give you an example that it might be. You might own Tesla trucks when the majority of your competitors don't. And they say, well, that's the one area of our business. And the client may say, that's the one area of our business is hard. We got to ship our product on planes, boats, and predominantly trucks across the country. And our providers aren't there yet. Well, that's kind of the reason I called. First of all, I love what you're doing, and we are absolutely competitive as a logistics provider, but we also value the environment. And we made an investment in Tesla trucks. And with those investment comes this great tracking software. So not only are you going to be green friendlier, but we're going to be able to track your shipment better than any of our competitors out there by our customary software. So how much time do you have to talk about that today? Now that looks different, and I also give a different layer on the individual and how do you research the individual so you can connect with them, because ultimately within organizations, we have to satisfy the individual's needs to satisfy the corporate needs before a client will engage with us. And you can't do that if you haven't researched them and you just try and sell your stuff. If I picked up a phone and had logistics services and sold on price and nothing stood out to that customer, they've been called by a bunch of trucking companies to sell their logistics services. And they're not picking up the phone because they keep getting that phone call. Now I've stood out. So I gave you a little silly example in logistics, but it applies across multiple industries. So there you go. Research your client before you pick up the phone. Try and find 1 to 3 things about their company through your research on LinkedIn, on Google, on their website that aligns with something you can provide, and ask questions related to that. Also research the individual, same way, professional forums, LinkedIn, websites, corporate websites. Find out a little about them and what's important to them. Keep notes on that so you can use that in your conversation and ask some questions that'll steer you further down a sales path. Don't sell air duct services. Don't sell that way when you hang up the phone every time you get that call. Sell the way you'd like to be sold. Hope that helps. Happy Monday.